size to a little. We do. Real life entrepreneur, cut out the man in the middle. Some days it's slow, some days it go, but every day we tryna get to it. Running up, stay down and hustle like shit too. Tryna tell you this real life. It ain't for the weak, it ain't for the sheep. I'm talking about real life. It is.
What's upper? It's Miss V, Clutch Barber Supply, and I just finished an excellent interview with A1 Steel over here at Real Life Entrepreneur Television. You guys have got to watch this. Stay tuned. It's going to be a good one.
Running up, stay down and hustle like shit too. Tryna tell you this real life. It ain't for the weak, it ain't for the sheep. I'm talking about real life.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy A1 Steel, and you rocking with the Real Life Entrepreneurs, man. We got a hot entrepreneur in here today, man. I'm talking about black-owned business, barber supply business, the first owned. You ain't never seen it in the world. We got Miss V in his thing, man. Hey, man, everybody clap that for her, you know. Okay, we gonna put you know how we do it. But how you doing? How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, and thank you for inviting me on. I'm excited.
Okay, where are you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah, like where are you from
originally? If you want to know all of my passages. Okay, so I was born in St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
I was raised.
So you originally not from Texas? So you originally
I'm not. I was raised in California, in Southern California, a small town called Lake Elsinore, California. And then I went to college in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay. Oh, you've been around.
Yes. And then I've been in Texas now for about 27 years. So I think I'm a Texan now. What you think?
Well, yeah. After 10 years, they say after 10 years, this is where you from. You established a decade in there. You established 2 decades.
Yes, absolutely. You know? And guess what?
So,
I love it. I love Texas.
So what was how was your upbringing like? Was it entrepreneurs in your family, or was you raised around people that had their own businesses to make you want to jump in that lane? You know. Actually,
not.
No.
I think for me, I wasn't raised in that type of environment in terms of entrepreneurship, but I think a lot of who I am comes from my mother. And my mother always tried different things. So I come from the hair care industry.
Okay.
So I was in the hair care industry now almost 40 years. I keep saying 30 years, but, you know, I'm 59 now. So, you know.
Oh, yeah, you've been in it for a minute.
Yeah, so I came from Dudley Products.
What your mom had a shop or something?
My mother did have a salon.
Okay.
But actually, in the beginning stages, when I really wanted to get into the hair care industry, my mother worked for Soft Sheen Products.
Okay.
And I remember when they had this product that came out, it was called Optimum Care, the Optimum Relaxer, and it had a conditioner in it called Synthesis 3. And I was at a hair show, and I saw the Synthesis 3 models come out, and I just thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And I told my mother, I want to do this when I grow up. I want to be in the hair care industry. And when I was 20 years old, when I finished college in Greensboro, North Carolina, Dudley Products was the first company that I went to work for.
Okay. Did you ever thought about doing hair? Did you ever do hair yourself?
I used to braid.
You used to braid?
Yes. I never actually wanted to do hair or had that skill. I probably didn't have the patience really to learn how to do hair.
You just was more on the business of like, y'all need this. You know, a lot of y'all gonna spend more on the products than you spend on the hair if you think about it, because they do.
Absolutely.
They actually spend more on the products than they do on actually just getting their hair done.
I think twofold. One of the things is that you always have to remember that with a product, there's always going to be a return. Because they're going to use that product and they're going to continuously use that. Just as a barber, barbers use certain essential products no matter what. You have to have cool care, you have to have aftershave, and then you have to have like talc powder.
You gotta have all your little stuff.
Those are essentials. You can't do barbering without those things.
Yeah.
So that part of the business will never go out of business, right? So you kind of look at different opportunities like that, So whether it was with Salt Sheen, Carson, or Dudley Products. I worked for Worlds of Curls. I worked for Ebony Cosmetics. I worked for quite a few companies out there.
So what made you get into like I'm gonna just tune into strictly barbers?
Yeah.
Instead of just like the supply and do the whole hair industry, you just stuck with barber.
Well, what actually happened is a good friend of mine who knew me from the hair care industry, he used to own a supply in Pittsburgh, but he had then moved back to North Carolina. And my niece at the time, well, make a long story short, the company that I had been with for 14 years, I was a director of sales for a hair care company. It was Empress Hair Care, and our signature product was Regrow. Everybody knew about the Regrow brand in the market. And so to make a long story short, that company was closing. I was thinking, what's next for me? And I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. And it just happened. My niece asked, she said, maybe you should start selling hair. And I called my friend that now lives, in North Carolina, because I knew he was, selling hair. And I just asked him, how can I get some hair and da-da-da. And he was like, you know what? I'm doing a mobile beauty supply business. He said, but I really only focus on barbers. And I said, barbers? You can't make no money. All they use a clipper and oil. And he was like, no, I'm making money.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. He said, how much you have to invest? I said, $500. And that's how it started.
$500.
$500. He sent me some product to get me started because I didn't know anything.
Did you even know anything about the products that he sent you?
I did not know anything about the products that he sent me. I mean, I know some things. Like for instance,
like what was the startup products he sent you?
He sent me like some clippers and a lot of blades. Mm-hmm. Definitely didn't know anything
back
about
then.
it.
It probably was the oysters and stuff with the blades, popping on blades. Those was the best clippers back
and this
then.
was what now is now almost 9 years that I've been doing it. So
So,
he
yeah.
sent me the product, and I knew, because I had been in the industry, I knew where to go and get products. And that was the easy thing for me, to go and get product and that sort of thing. So me and my daughter, we put the products, in the car. I probably went out and purchased a few others. I can't remember if I purchased. I think I went out with what he gave me first, because I didn't know what I was doing. And the first place that we stopped at, I just introduced myself. At that time, I called myself A1 Mobile Barber Supply.
Okay.
No. My first name was Amazon Mobile Barber Supply. So when I initially went out, people thought that I actually worked for Amazon.
Okay. Because the Amazon name.
Yeah. So the first location that I went to, went in, introduced ourselves. Oh, we're doing a mobile barber supply business. And he said, can you give me a Slimline Pro Li? I was like, what's that? So I said, show me a picture. And he showed me a picture. And I went and got that for him. That was my first sale.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And then it went on from there. You
It
just
just
started
been
hitting
growing.
every barbershop up in the city.
I started going everywhere. And one of the things that was also, I think, an advantage for me is that because I had my background from the Dudleys of the world and from, being a director of sales for a hair care company, district managers, I've always been able to teach and train people how to go into a market and build a market.
Right.
So I knew that. I knew to be consistent. I knew to show up every week, same locations, that sort of thing. And because of my consistency, I think that was one of the things that really drove my success. Learning the product, learning what barbers needed, and then showing up and being competitively priced.
And now you just she got a shop, y'all. Is bigger than ever. Like I remember when she first came to the barbershop and was like, "Hey, I'm having a grand opening. I'm gonna have a building." And now she's doing barber shows and everything all over, just all over. She's if it's a barber show and you Clutch Barbershop ain't there, hey, y'all must not be known. It must not be known like that because she's everywhere. So how did they get Cause you still out moving, and then you got a shop. That's the thing about it. She still do her same routines, her same move arounds and everything, and got the shop. So how do you maintain that? Like
one of the things that was important to me is that the foundation is built on that direct sales to the barbers. I'm showing up, I'm delivering product, to you, and that's that service that barbers want and desire. And that's what I built the foundation off of. So I didn't want to let that go.
Right.
So I knew that we needed a location though, because I had grown the route to as big as I can get.
Yeah, because once you done came there, and that's the only day that you come in here, and we like, damn, we gotta wait all the way to next Friday, man, and get till she come or something, So having that location and get people like, man, I just stop by there.
That's
on my
exactly
way
what
to,
it did. It gave people an option.
You're right.
And so I knew that they were going to need somewhere, and no one had did a barber supply.
Never.
There's plenty of beauty supplies, but no.
Is this the first one in the world?
No, this was the first one in Dallas, Texas that I know of. I'm the first.
Is there? I know with you being in the business, have you seen another one? Is there other ones like that?
Opened up now.
Yeah, I was like, but when you got into it, was it?
There was none that I know of.
Yeah.
That was a barber,
straight barber. Yeah, I never.
That I know that was straight barber.
Yeah, he could
there
never.
Were many that were beauty supplies or had a combination.
And have combinations. Yeah,
but no one
strictly.
One of the things that we wanted to do was we wanted barbers to feel special when they walked in that store. So we didn't want to combine hair and all these things that are more for stylists. It was really about servicing barbers, giving them what they wanted, and that's why when they walk in, they always say, "I feel like a kid."
Man, I tell people all the time. I like people to be hitting me up about barber stuff, and I always like, man, say, bro, anything. Don't go to the barber. Don't go to no beauty supply stuff. If you want anything that got to do with barber, go to Clutch. Yeah. You gonna walk in like you gonna walk in like a kid in the candy. So it's just gonna be like, especially if you're a barber. And this is what your craft. When you walk in there, you're gonna be like, whoa, I didn't know they had all this. When I walk in, I'll be like, damn, I didn't know they had all this. I'll be sitting there like this, be just like, damn, okay, they got all this stuff, shiny little tools. Like I'm telling you, everything is like you can be real fancy with your tools, you can be regular with your tools. It's sky's the limit, man. She got so much stuff in there, like. She got clippers with designs on them and stuff like that. Like it's like I say, if you want to be fancy, you can be real fancy. If you want to be regular, she can be regular. If you want to be a little shiny, she can be a little shiny. She gonna have it all for you.
We try to service the barbers and where we meet you guys where you are.
Right.
So and this business has evolved so over the years, especially in my opinion in the last 10 years.
Right,
I would even give it 5 years to where
everybody want to be a barber.
Everybody. Yeah. Well, one of the reasons that I think it's changed so much in that people now want to be a barber versus at one point it was I really don't know what I want to do with my life, or I just got out of jail, or that was
my.
Learn
I ain't gonna say that was my reason, because I was cutting hair in high school. I started cutting hair because my mom was cutting my hair, and I wasn't liking the haircuts. So I was asked how I taught myself is I went to the barbershop, got a haircut, and just started mimicking what they was doing.
Okay.
So I ended up doing that, then learning how to do designs. Because after them putting the designs in my head, I just started going back over the designs and just. Then I'm the oldest out of 4 boys, so cut all their hair, you know,
Okay.
practicing their heads. So I started doing that, and then that's what got me into it. Then it really became a hustle because then back then, let's say '05, I graduated in '05, so '04, '05, it was more of I pull up to you, we cutting in the garages, I'm cutting everywhere, you know. It was just it was more
$10 here,
right, $10 here,
whatever you were getting.
a line at the garage, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying, and it got to where in life to me was like. I got burned out for like 5 years of it. I had really just went dead with it. When you see me at Derek's shop,
Okay.
the first time that's when I got back into the barbering.
Oh, really?
Like literally,
Okay.
I literally just went back. He called me and was like, "Hey man, you still cutting hair?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm working though." You know, he was like, "Man, come up here and try it out." You know. Man, I went up there 2 days, man, and I made more than because everybody was like, damn, he back cutting her. So I made more money than I made within the shop, 2 times more than what I made in that barber shop than I made on that job. So I called a job. I called a job and told him I ain't coming back. So
I think that's one of the beautiful things about the industry of barbering, right? I think you can be from jail to Yale.
Mm-hmm.
You can go out, become a barber, and have a successful career if that's what you desire.
Right.
It's not far-fetched that barbers are making well over $100,000 a year.
No, it's
but
not.
It's so much more to barbering than just cutting hair. Just look at yourself.
It is.
You cut hair, but you also do a podcast. You also do all of this technical stuff because those are things that interest you. So I love the industry of barbering. I love barbers. I love everything about the industry.
It's so much in it. Yeah,
I've just never seen anything where young boys, 14, 15 years old, they start cutting hair, but they're able to make like significant money. Not that even if they're cutting now in the garage at home, they no longer charge $10. They charge $20.
Right. It's not. You ain't getting no $10 haircuts no more. The edge of it might not be edge. I don't know, but
so I just think it has empowered a lot of young people to be independent,
right,
to be entrepreneurs. And I think the younger generation is really taking it even more to another level. So the industry is
because
excellent.
When I was coming up, we didn't have all the black ice and stuff. We did, but it was more of the spray and it should be running down, you know. You had to spray it.
Straight up black ice.
It was straight black ice. Like you had to spray it from a distance if you knew what you was doing, you know. But it was just like, and people really wasn't getting that, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, now it's just like everybody, it's like the spray on, the enhancements, the hair implants, it goes so much into it. I be like, dang, bro, I'm so overwhelmed because I be trying to still study, and it's like I been tell people, I've been in the game 20 plus years, and I'm still learning in the barber game because it's something always new coming out. So I gotta be like, damn, how they use that? How they do that? I have to go look and be like, oh, okay, I know how to do that. But dang, like, it just, they steady coming. I got some barber ideas too that I think I'll make a lot of money that'll help us because I've been in the game for so long.
Right.
It's something I know that can help barbers far as like the conserve their clippers. You know, people drop their clippers all the time and stuff like that. So I'm trying to come up.
One this morning come to the store because she had dropped her clipper on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with something like that'll stop you, like a bungee cord or something that'll stop you from dropping it. I've been trying to come up with that for some years. I just can't come up with the concept.
But everything's cordless now, so they're gonna be dropping them.
Yeah, but you can, you can still get something to clamp and
maybe surround it.
Yeah, something that stick on it and you can put a hook on it. Something, because some of them cordless do come with a hook.
They definitely used to.
Yeah, the edges do for sure come with. Some of them do come with a hook. I know I got one with it.
Yeah. But now everyone's coming with a stand.
Yeah, so it's I'm gonna have to figure it out because dropping them clippers, man, be one of them one pet peeve, boy. Like you cutting and you moving too fast, and then I done juggle clippers and stuff like that, man. Try not to drop them, man, because you don't want to. Man, it's $30, man, for a blade, and don't drop that blade in the middle of a haircut. You got a line of haircuts, a lot of people, and you got to figure it out. Like I done been through all that where you done have to be like, damn, I done broke a tooth on this. How I'm gonna cut this? You know, you have to cut it from one side. You gotta know how to work it.
Gotta finesse it. But one of the things is that I think good barbers now, one, I like that you touched on that because you have to have multiple tools.
Yeah.
You can no longer have that one clipper and that one trimmer and think you're going to cut these multiple heads anymore.
They get hot.
I can kind of tell like really good barbers because they will have quite a few different tools because you don't know when one's going to give out, especially
I got about 4 or 5 clippers today.
You don't know. Yeah. They don't have the staying power of the Walls and the Andys had back in the day.
No.
You know, so I think you have to have a variety.
They get hot fast. They'll turn off, and you gotta cool them down. And I got about 4 or 5 pair of clippers, so I know once. Yeah. I got some that I move around with. I got 3, 4 pairs sitting at the shop. Like I edge you up with these. I might edge you with these. I might edge you with these. I might cut your hair with these. I might fade you with these. You know, it's just. But it's the what you get comfortable with.
That's the beauty of it too. And I think that the companies nowadays are really smart because they know that one, barbers like new. And I do think that the newer companies like the Babyless of the world and the Stylecraft Gamma of the world, they're extremely innovative. They're coming out with tools that are more efficient, more effective, new blades, new concepts.
They even came out with that, because I was in a barber shop that used to have the air tanks. So each station used to have an air tank on it. Now you just got the little cordless thing, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, they saving you so much money, like, because people buying big old air tanks, sitting them in and running lines in they shop. Yeah. And you hear this air tank come on and stuff, you know, in the back of the shop. Now you ain't got to do that. You just got to. It's like everything is elevating. Yes. You know, it seems like they trying to put us out of business too. Because I seen them come with a self care clipper thing for people that could just it'll go each blade, and people can self cut their own hair with it.
You're talking about
it's like some TikTok things. You know they be they be putting it on TikTok like little self things.
Not only has barbering changed, but you have to remember what drove barbering to change are men. Men want the service now. Right, yeah. Men want the extra grooming services now. Men want that enhancement now. They want that the facials and all the beard. Yeah. They want that facial. They want that hot steam. They want to be able to relax, come in there, get that hot towel treatment and all of that. So I don't think it's going anywhere because men like that extra service. Right. And I think they will pay for that service. Can everyone go out there and charge $40 to $50 for a haircut or $100 for a haircut? I think not.
Not everybody.
But I think that definitely.
If your quality is there, yeah.
Yes.
If you put enough into the quality.
People, they come straight out of school and think they can charge $100 for a haircut.
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, trust me, I know some. Yes, be like, bro,
yes. Like.
And you pulling up with a backpack and everything. Like, bro, you want $100? Yeah, okay. Yeah. You're gonna spray me up and I'm gonna take a shower and the line gonna be all messed up. But I didn't watch it all though. You know, it's just teach his own. You know, if the person paid for it, hey man, that's what you. I go through it all the time. People come and be like, man, bro, I done went over here and paid this much, bro. And then, bro, it teaches his own, bro. You went over there, you gotta ask before you sit down and start talking.
Hey, do you from Instagram? They look at this. They look at IG.
IGs look at pictures.
Oh, he can cut, and I'm going to him, and then
and don't know your background about him and stuff like that.
But I think it's a lot of great, excellent barbers out there.
Oh yeah,
that are changing the game, that are elevating the game, that are getting that price. That's what I love about it. Because I respect whoever's charging $40, whoever's charging $150. Make your money.
Right.
Make your money.
For real.
Because there's levels to this.
Yeah,
So
it
everyone's
is.
not going to be able to get that high end. It's just like everybody, Walmart has a fulfilling workers, but only a few of them are managers. Only a
Right.
few of them are supervisors. Only a few of them are district managers. You know,
Right.
so it's the same thing in our industry.
You're right.
Everyone's not going to be at the top,
Yeah.
but that 1%ers that are out there, they're going to make more than enough money to take
Nah.
care of their lifestyle.
For real.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
With barbering, with the clippers
Yeah.
in their hand, they're going to.
I
make
know
more
some.
than enough.
I know some that make some be like, bro, I can't believe you making this much money off it. I've been cutting hair long, bro. It's just, and it be sometimes, like I say, it be the locations. A big part is locations. Big part is networking, talking to people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just don't. A lot of barbers don't talk to everybody. They be, they do, but they don't. It's the what you call it. A lot of barbers give a lot more perks when you come to them and stuff like that.
I think that what barbers are doing, and I think it's a smart move for some of the barbers, is they are now treating it like it's a business,
yeah.
versus a hustle.
Mm-hmm.
The hustle was in how many fades can I get in real quickly,
A day,
right? At $20, $30, $40. But now it's what service can I provide?
Right.
So
They
that
break
that
it down.
Customer now turns into an $80 customer plus a tip.
It breaks it down. We got okay, I want you to pick. We got these cards right here. These are all business question cards, big questions and stuff like that. I need you to pick 5. I'm gonna pick them up. You just point at them. I'm gonna get them.
1, 2, 3. 4, 5.
All right, let's see. Okay. What has been your most significant achievement since you've been having your business?
Significant achievement since I would say, so I was mobile 5 years before we opened the store.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say the most significant achievement is, you know what, I was going to say opening the store, but no, I think it's the Barber Choice Awards.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I love the Barber Choice
So
Awards.
y'all the ones run that? You run the Barber
That's-
Choice
that's-
Awards.
I
That's
came
your
up
little
with
thing.
it.
Okay.
Yes, that's my baby.
Okay.
The Barber Choice Awards.
Okay.
So I love putting on that event for the barbers.
And this was what? How many? Are you the second annual? Was this the second one?
This was the second,
The one that just
annual,
passed, yeah.
right? Barber Choice Awards, but the first one I did was in the store, and
Okay.
that's when I honored the Clutch Master.
Right.
And now it has turned.
The
into
second one
Barber
was the
Choice.
big. Yeah, the second
Yeah.
one was. Yeah, I seen the videos. I was like, man, that was big.
Yeah. So I think that's my biggest achievement in the industry thus far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does your business look different? How versus when you first started?
Oh shit. From when I first started, I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So when I first started, wow. I mean, the growth is crazy.
Right.
So really, you're talking about going from maybe 40,000 to over 1 million. So that's how you can look at it.
So your starting generated over 1 million?
Yes, we're doing well over that.
She said well over that. That's good. Y'all see that? Hey, the black excellence. You know what I'm saying? If you had to start all over again, what would you do differently?
Not one single thing.
Not one thing.
Not one single thing. Because I think that when you try to perfect something or change something, you would not have gone through the journey. You wouldn't have those stepping stones. You wouldn't have those business lessons or life lessons. So I didn't know what the business was going to be. I had no idea. I didn't think much of it, to be honest. When I thought about it, let me get out here and see what I can do with this.
Just start winging it.
And my first year, my husband, he's an accountant, so he was keeping the books and he was keeping track of what I was doing. And that first year, I did 48,000, and I told her I'm gonna double that next year. and I kept doubling. Every year I grew like that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So he said back watching the books like, damn, baby, we done hit $1 million. Damn, I ain't thinking this is that big, you know?
Right. But it's because of him that we've had our success, though.
Yeah, they're having an accountant. Having them person on them books.
Yes, keeping you right with the government, keeping you paying your taxes, and making sure that your stuff is right. That's important. That's keeping you from going out of business.
Nah, for real, for sure. You want to start to keep hitting in?
Because I know it's going to stop.
You ain't got to do that one.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Okay. Any advice about setting up a business in terms of legal and accounting? You just was really talking about that.
Yes,
you know?
I think that what's important is, one, making your business legal. Two, I do think, like, I don't know what I would do or would have done if I didn't have my husband.
Right.
I'll be honest, we probably wouldn't
just
have
been
survived.
hustling. You like you said, you were just hustling with it.
And that's not you can either have a hustle or a business.
Right.
And one of the things that I knew very early on is that I did not want this to be a hustle. So that was one of the things when I first started going and I started getting the flavor of the barbers. I started wearing a smock, putting a name on it because I wanted them to
look
respect
like you.
me.
Yeah, you walking in looking like I'm like you.
If they didn't respect me, they were going to keep treating it like a hustle. And when they come, to purchase out of your back of your truck, I can tell them one price, but they think they're there to negotiate. Yeah. And so I tried to just set standards,
right,
so that they would stop looking at me as a hustle and start looking at me, Miss V, as a barber supplier.
Right. Yeah, that was smart. Cause they ain't finna negotiate. How much is it? He said, okay. Okay. What makes an entrepreneur successful?
A lot of things can make you successful, but I believe the things that help to make you successful is not giving up. One, staying focused, being consistent, understanding the business that you're in, respecting the business that you're in, and celebrating milestones. Because business success doesn't happen overnight. I know for me to say, you know what, my first year I did 48,000. That was nothing. There are guys that's coming into this business today. Now, their first year, they'll do hundreds of thousands.
Right.
But that was my journey. That was my process. So I think success is how you count success. What does success mean to you personally? Because success for some people may not be a multi-million-dollar business.
Right.
Success for them may be, you know what, if I'm able to buy me a home, or if I'm able to get to
just to live comfortable,
100, So it's different levels. But I think what makes you successful and what helps is not giving up and seeing it through and being committed to that business journey, to that business process.
Right.
Because being an entrepreneur is not.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. I was telling my husband the other day. I woke up. I said, you know what? I'm not going to go to work today. And I started laughing. I said, it's so funny how when you're in corporate America, you can't wait to have a sick day to call in to say I'm not showing up, right?
Right.
I said, we haven't had a sick day since we've been in this business.
You can't.
We haven't.
Ain't none. You got to get up and got to.
You have to make it work.
Yeah.
But it's something about you don't feel sick.
Right.
You don't feel sick. I feel energized. I love getting up. I love seeing my partners.
You love what you do.
You
got to love. You have to love what you do to be able to make the money that you want to make in the business. But you have to love it. You have to. It has to be a passion to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Why people feel like some things they just doing it like you say but like I said, I feel like you're just doing it as a hustle. You're not doing it because you're not passionate to it. Passionate enough in it.
Right.
So yeah, you love getting up every day to go.
I don't have no problems. They know me. Rain, sleet, or snow.
So do you move around Monday? Do you move around? Because you know barbershops are closed on Mondays. Some of them close on Sundays. You know, so from Tuesday through Saturday, you are moving around.
Actually, I personally only do deliveries now Wednesday through Friday. For me personally, I work the store on Tuesday. I shop for the store on Monday.
Okay.
And I try to have Saturday, Sunday off. It doesn't always happen.
Yeah,
but I try because I end up having to deliver on Saturdays. But yeah. But I love the business, so it doesn't bother me. Barbers have been good to me. They've been a blessing to me and my family. So my boys are in the industry, with me. My family's in the business, so.
My little brother knows you. He knows you. He grew up with your son, Jared Minute. I don't know if you know Jared Minute.
But which
bright
son?
Skin, huh? I mean, not my brother. I mean, I don't know what son.
No,
I don't know what son. I don't know what
How old
son.
is yours?
He's like 27.
So
right
he
now.
Bimmy.
Yeah, he's right
So
there.
he probably went to school with Bimmy or no Bimmy. Yeah, Bimmy's my youngest son. He's been working in the business now for a year.
Okay.
It took a minute for me to get him on board, but man, he's on board now. I love it.
Okay.
I love seeing my boys.
It's good. Is he cutting hair, or is he just working?
He runs. We have a transit van that do deliveries.
Oh, so he do deliveries too. Okay.
Yes,
that's so you ain't just riding around in your truck. You got other deliveries.
My son has a beautiful transit down in Houston.
Oh, so he in Houston?
I have one in Houston and one up here.
Okay. I did see a Clutch Beauty Supply Houston on Instagram. So that's you. That's
my son.
Okay.
That's my oldest son.
Is you trying to get a store down there too?
Yes, eventually he'll have a store.
Okay. Yeah. So 2025, what you got coming for them in 2025?
2025, most importantly, one of the things that we did when we first opened up the store was doing that advanced education. So I will bring different influencers in or different educators in to give local barbers, an opportunity to, learn from others. And so I kind of backed off of it a little bit last year, and that's one of the things that I'm bringing back in 2025. So the first person we have is Flocka Fades. Okay. He's coming in actually on Monday, and that's when we do the we're bringing the 2025 Clutch Masters, unveiling them in the store. Okay. And then the next.
Are y'all finna have your own clippers?
No, these are Clutch Masters.
Oh, I'm talking about them, thinking about the masters of the devil. Say, what? You didn't even have own clippers?
These are barbers, local barbers that we elevate. We put their pictures up in the store, and it stays up for a year. So these are people that, one, do business with Clutch, two, that are elevating themselves in the industry.
You ain't thinking about getting a sponsor or something on clippers, like some Clutch clippers? Like Andy's with the sponsor.
Not at all.
You ain't trying to.
I don't think I want to get into the clipper game in terms of being
or actual products things. Actual products, hair products,
other things definitely to elevate to, but definitely not clippers.
You said definitely not the clippers.
Too much of an investment, and then you guys are picking. Barbers only like what they see on IG.
Well, you will have to get an ad on IG for them.
Yeah. So, they only go with what the most popular barbers are using, and then they swear by those. Yeah.
Well, I sure appreciate you pulling up on us, man. Y'all know she is a real life entrepreneur. Y'all need to go check out her. What's all the platforms that they can check you out on?
Okay, you can check us out at clutchbarbersupply.com for our website, so you can get anything you want delivered to you or shipped to you. We're also on IG, Facebook, TikTok. Everything is Clutch Barber Supply.
And the location
we are in Grand Prairie at 113 South Center Street in Grand Prairie. Come and check us out.
And make sure y'all check her out, man, because she is a real life entrepreneur, man, and we sure appreciate y'all, man.
All right, thank you for having me.
Running, stay down and hustle like shit too. Trying to tell you this real life. It ain't for the weak, it ain't for the sheep. I'm talking about real life. It is. Tuned in to RLE TV. Trying to tell you this real life.